Welcome back to another Pokemon Throwback Thursday, where every Thursday morning we take a deep dive into a new set. We're going to complete orders of the set we are checking out. Today is Darkness Ablaze. Then, of course, we're going to be highlighting a certain Pokemon, and we're going to be checking out their best cards in Pokemon history. And for today's video, that is going to be Meowth. And we are going to do a little giveaway today. All you got to do is make sure you're subscribed. You got to hit that notification bell. You got to hit that like. Then you have to answer the question of the day. So for today's question, who is your all-time favorite Team Rocket character? This is what we're giving away today, a beautiful Zekrom, which is actually going up in price. And I do have to announce the winner from last year's giveaway, and it is at the Storms Chaos. So just shoot me an email or hit me up on Instagram. I'll get those cards sent out to you. And I do have to give a quick thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Punch-Out Gaming. Punch-Out Gaming is my local game store that I go to, and it's the #1 game store in all of Minnesota. I've been to them all, so definitely check them out. No one can beat the variety, and they're only located 30 minutes north of the Twin Cities. I'll have all the links in the description. Then if you guys want to try out tag grading for your first time, you can click my link in the description. Use code BEARD10, and you'll get 10% off your first submission. And if you guys want to try out PSA for your first time, click my link, use the code BEARD25, and you'll get $25 off your very first submission. So definitely check them out. And I will be vending this weekend with all my life-size statues in Indianapolis with a ton of other PokeTubers, so definitely check that out at Collector's Palooza. And if anybody can beat my beard, they get any card for free from any of my binders. All right, let's get into it. We got Darkness Ablaze. This set came out August 13, 2020, and the total set value is only $292. The top card is a Charizard VMAX, just a regular VMAX, $44. Got the Rainbow Butterfree at $16, the Rainbow Salamence at $14, Rainbow Eternatus at $12, and the Rainbow Scizor at $11.38. Followed by a regular Charizard V at $7, and the Gold Rillaboom at $6.89. So very, very cheap, small set. Definitely one of the worst sets we got in the Sword and Shield era. Here's the Rillaboom with a pop of 2010, $645 and a 9. Last sold in a 10, $28, $45, $34. And Scizor with a pop of 2000 in a 10 and 300 in a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $59. And, you know, like I said, these are all going to be like $10 cards, if that. And we got the Eternatus with a pop of 1700 in a 10, 225 in a 9. Last sold in a 10, $53. Next, we have the Rainbow Salamence with a pop of 2200 in a 10, 300 in a 9. Last sold $66. And the Butterfree with a pop of 1770 in a 10, 276 in a 9. Last sold in a 10, $62. It is a very nice Butterfree, though. And we got the Charizard VMAX with a pop of 22,961 in a 10, 6,700 in a 9. This was up to almost $200. Now last sold $148, $162. And we got the actual booster box market price $327 and the regular ETB market price $107. So still pretty affordable, but I honestly would not pick that up. They're going to be such slow movers. But all right, let's check out Meowth. So Meowth is finally getting some love. If you really think about it, I think Meowth is the second most shown Pokemon in all of Pokemon history, like the actual animation, because it's with Team Rocket. So I honestly could see Meowth really popping off even a lot more than he has been lately. There's a ton of really nice, affordable cards, and he does have the Galarian Meowth. And we got that brand new Team Rocket's Meowth, just a regular common. But yeah, some very nice solid arts, ton of them, 10, 15 cents. Meowth would actually be a very, very easy master set to complete if you wanted every Meowth card. Would not be that expensive. But yeah, there's a ton of them that are literally 5 cents to $1. And we're already getting into some vintage with base set too. So let's start off. We're going to go from newest to oldest. We have the brand new Meowth EXSIR, which a lot of people say just looks like a full art. Last sold raw, 180, 180, 250, 162, 163. And we got a PSA 10 sale that just ended at $1,150 on auction. So that's the only PSA 10 sale we have. We do have one on auction right now at $960. I strongly suggest never buying these cards at these prices right away, especially before we know how hard the card is to actually grade. And they got the nice full art too from Perfect Order. This is a $20 card. Even the regular Meowth EX from Perfect Order, I'm sure you guys have pulled it. I think it's worth $8. It was at like 10 or 11. So, definitely keep your eye out for that. This, in my opinion, might be the best Meowth we've ever gotten. This is from Phantasmal Flames. This was a Japanese exclusive for a while. And this was at $350. Coming down right now, last sold $190, $170. And this is a $19 raw card. And the pop for this card is $3,900 in a 9 and $4,400 in a 10. So not super difficult to grade. Next, we have the Team Rockets Meowth. This one has a pop of 3,500 in a 10 and 6,600 in a 9. Honestly, I feel like it's a pretty solid pickup. Got down to 140 in a 10. It was at 296. Now that's sold 240, 229. But, I mean, you got a lot going for you with this card. It's Team Rocket, you got Meowth, and it's actually somewhat difficult to grade. Next, we have the Ghastly, which does have a Meowth in it, which I think is a really nice touch. And then you're also getting Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. This is a pop of 5,200 in a 10, 8,300 in a 9. Last sold raw, this card's 81, 90, all the way up to $100 now. And we got a PSA 10 at 529. Next, we have the Galarian Meowth from Shining Fates. This is a baby shiny with a pop of only 36 in a 10 and 70 in a 9. And last sold in a 10, $78. And this is a $3 to $5 raw card. Next, we have the Meowth Toys R Us card. There's a ton of mid-era Meowths that just have the lowest pops ever and no recent sales. This one has the last sale on eBay and a PSA 10 for $795. Raw, looks like it's going to be closer to like $40 or $50 if you want it actually clean. Next, we have the Build-A-Bear Workshop Meowth. No recent PSA 10 sales at all. And we got a couple high sales of like $40 or $50 raw if you want it super, super clean and sealed. Super cool card, though. I love the Build-A-Bear Workshop cards. And we have the Meowth from Hollow Phantoms. This is reverse hollow. Last sold on eBay's $250. But this is a pop of 10, and that was a while ago. That was legit about 1 year ago, so I'm sure this card would sell for a lot more. But last sold raw, we got 70, 80, 75, 100, especially if you want it clean and that beautiful stamped reverse hollow. Next, we have the Fire Red and Leaf Green Meowth. This is a pop of 23 in a 10, and last sold in a 10, $153, which was a super long time ago. And raw, we got lightly played at 40. That one's 48, 45, so closer to 50 for near mint. Next, we have the Meowth Reverse Hollow from EX Delta Species. This is a pop of 54 and a 10. Last sold, this is 271, but again, almost a year ago. These cards just never come up for sale. And you can get this card for moderately played for like 20 bucks. I think raw I've seen for the actual Reverse Hollow closer to almost $100 now. Next, we have one of the most expensive Meowths on the list. This is the Secret Rare from Noble Victories. This is from the Black and White era. This is a pop of 72 in a 10, 206 in a 9. That last sold in a 10, which was about a month ago, was for $1,500. We got another one here at $1,475. And raw, honestly, I feel like this card is so undervalued right now. $72 raw for near mint, 53 raw near mint, 59 near mint. This is a secret rare. And I mean, like I said, I think Meowth is getting more popular. Doesn't look that nice in this picture, but in person, these secret rares pop. Next, we have the Rockets Meowth Reverse Hollow from EX Team Rocket Returns. As you guys know, every card from this set is expensive. This is a pop of 23 in a 10, 137 in a 9. Last sold in a 10 was $1,200. And I want to say that was a while ago. Yeah, towards the end of 2025. So I'm sure it would sell for probably double or triple that now. Last sold raw, $162 with a crease, which is crazy. $500 for a PSA 9, $495 for a 9. Raw, $170, $160. A couple more 9s at $350. So yeah, everything, like I said, from that set is so expensive. Next, we have the Meowth Reverse Hollow from Expedition. Really big fan of this one. I love the shadow in the background with the coin and stuff. It's sick. This is a pop of 5 in a 10, 58 in a 9. And it says the last sale on eBay was $46 for a PSA 10. Not even close. Raw, we got 46. Says clean, 44. What else we got? 81 down here for a PSA 9. And that wasn't too long ago. Next, we have the Meowth from Skyridge. Another set where just every card is expensive. It doesn't really matter what card it is. If you want it clean, it's going to cost you a little bit. Raw, 60, 56, 54, 70. And there's 39 PSA 10s, and we have no info on a PSA 10 sale for this card. It's been a long, long time. Next, we have the first edition Giovanni's Meowth. Now we're getting to the original Wizards of the Coast stuff. This is from Gym Challenge. Raw, it's like a $10 to $20 card. PSA 9 is $80, and we got a PSA 10 sale at $200. And this only has a pop of 131 in a 10, 188 in a 9. So for $200, you can get one of the first Meowth cards ever, with a pop of only 131. And we have this Giovanni's Meowth. I'm not a big fan of this one. They kind of made him a little chunky. But again, PSA 10 sale, $268. It's like $5 to $10 raw card. And we have the first edition Team Rocket Meowth with a pop of 659 into 10, 1200 into 9. Last sold into 10, $180. And again, this is a $5 to $10 card. And we got another new PSA 10 sale here at $160. So I mean, for $160 for that card, $250 for that one, and $200 for that one, I mean, you can get some of the original OG Meowths for very affordable. And we got the OG art here, but this is not the original. This is a promo. This is the Fruit Roll-Up Gold Bordered promo, which is just crazy. And we did have a PSA 10 sale for this card at $2,500. And there's a couple more on eBay right now, and they're asking like $100,000 because there's like none of these in a PSA 10. And raw, it kind of ranges. I've seen sales all the way from like $30 all the way up to $100. Next, again, same exact art, but this is the Legendary Collection Reverse Holo with a pop of 12 and a 10, 127 and a 9. Last sold raw, 120, 199, 185, 150, 135. We got a PSA 10 at $3,000 and a 9 at $480. Now here is the OG Meowth. This is the first edition. There is an unlimited, but last sold on eBay, $340. We got a new one here from Z&G at $285. The pop of 1100 in a 10, 1800 in a 9. And raw, yet again, is about a $5 or $10 card. But I think it'd be such a cool collection if you had this first edition Meowth, this Team Rocket first edition Meowth, this first edition Giovanni's Meowth, and the other Giovanni's Meowth, all first editions, all PSA 10s. Wouldn't be that expensive, and I think that'd be a really, really cool little collection. And they're all pretty low pops. All right, getting to a couple promos. Probably my favorite vintage Meowth on this entire list, and this is the Black Star promo, Wizards of the Coast. I love this one because it has outlines of other Pokemon. You can see Charizard there, Bulbasaur, you know, that looks like Lapras, Staryu. I mean, there's just so many awesome Pokemon. This is the pop of 1700 in a 10, 1100 in a 9. That sold raw. It's like a $15 to $25 card. And we got a PSA 10 at only $275. Next, we have the Wizards of the Coast Black Star promo Meowth. This is number 10, beautiful holo, 73 in a 10, 890 in a 9. That sold raw. We got one sealed at $150. Another one sealed at $103, $85. Got a couple cheaper ones at $35 and $40. PSA 9 at $231 and $315. And we got a 10 at $751. Getting to a couple Japanese exclusives. Love this one. This is a Sun and Moon promo. It says Litten and Chikorita in the background. That sold in at $10, $600. Raw, $132, $165, $145. I actually just seen this card in a big bulk lot on eBay, but I did not win the auction. I don't think they even knew what this card was, and they actually had a couple of them in the lot. And we got one more Japanese exclusive, and that is the Meowth from the Bulbasaur intro pack. Look at how adorable this Meowth is. And it's very affordable. Let's see, we got one at $22, $49 for near mint to mint, but that art, you just cannot beat that. That is just adorable. And I think this card is only a few $100s in a PSA 10. And last on the list, we have that new Chinese Meowth exclusive. This thing is absolutely beautiful also. Yes, between this one or the Phantasmal Flames Meowth, which is my two favorite. Let me know down below what you guys think on which one you guys think is the best. I think this one's more beautiful, but having like the actual buildings from the actual game for the other one is pretty tough to beat, to be honest. Because like you can actually see like the Pokemart and stuff. I mean, this is like right from a video game. So that's why that one is my all-time favorite. But the Chinese exclusive Meowth, let's see here, it was $23 at the cheapest, and it's going up a little bit right now, right at $35. And PSA 10 was down to $90, and it keeps going up and up and up and up, and right around $140 right now on a PSA 10. These cards are not the toughest to grade, but if they do not do massive reprints for these Chinese sets, there's not going to be a ton of these out there. And like I said, it's very easy to get caught up. There's only like 25 or 30 Chinese exclusives, and they only release a couple at a time, if that. And, you know, if you get caught up with all those, it's just so easy to stay caught up because you only got to get a few. I mean, the last one just literally had a Ponyta in there. So, I mean, not that difficult. But all right, that was this week's Pokemon Throwback Thursday. If you guys like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, check out my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube membership, all that. You guys know what to do. You guys are the best. But I want you guys to have a great day, and if you guys could do me a massive favor and go watch my last video that I made with Noah Lyles, the world's fastest man, it would really, really mean a ton. So click this video right here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.